Mande Latkoje. The two officials were at the State House to discuss with the Vice President ways of further strengthening ties with the government. Aissatou Bajan was there for us and she now tells us more.
President, Her Excellency, Madam Aissatou Saidi, Tuesday granted audience to 4 different groups, among them the Turkish ambassador to the Gambia, His Excellency Egin Soner, who was the first to be granted audience by the country's number 2. Ambassador Soner, who presented his credentials to the President in October, shortly after meeting with the Vice President, told journalists that he hoped to strengthen the orderly flourishing relations and cooperation between Ankara and Banjul, not only in the area of military cooperation, but also in health, education and sustainable development.
It's very easy to feel that for any Turkish ambassador who is serving here, we can so many things common, but we also we also have so many things to do for the future in the sense of close cooperation. And this cooperation will cover not only military issues. Yes, Turkey had excellent military cooperation with the Gambia so far, but in my personal opinion, it's high time to start launch some other projects, especially in the civilian sector. In the first place, of course, education, health, and sustainable development.
The Turkish ambassador commended the Gambia government for its support to Ankara on the international scene, particularly Turkey's bid to host the World Expo 2020 in Izmir. The United Nations resident coordinator, Mrs. Ade Momandani Lekoje, was next to call on the Vice President. Madam Lekoje, who held the Gambia government for its development undertakings, singled out the immense political will the government attaches to women empowerment, expressing her willingness to further consolidate Gambia government's effort in that area.
The political will that the government attaches to women really is commendable. And it's a realization that you have to use your resources efficiently. And women is about 51%. So government is just showing that it is not only sensitive to the welfare of its people, but that it's also very strong in using its resources efficiently. And I must commend the President for that.
Officials of the Board of Directors of the National Food Safety and Quality Authority were also granted audience by Her Excellency Dr. Aissatou Saidi. The board's chairman, shortly after meeting with the Vice President, told journalists that they were at State House to brief Madam Saidi on the progress of the authority since its establishment in 2011.
The authority has been in existence since 1st of January this year. But we recently had, from July onwards, we had the Director General and Deputy Director General who were appointed. So what we've been doing is we've been setting up the relevant structures in place. That includes the stakeholders forum and also the scientific committee, and plus the appointment of the Director General and the Deputy Director General. So that's what we've been working on, and we also briefed briefly on the upcoming groundnut and sesame marketing period to see how we can impact on the reduction of aflatoxin by getting inspectors and working with collaborative people to to at least enhance the groundnut export from the Gambia.
The last to call on the Vice President, Her Excellency Dr. Aissatou Saidi, was the organizing committee of the gold awarding ceremony of the President's International Award for 2013. The group was at the office of the Vice President to update her on the level of preparedness of the committee towards the upcoming ceremony to be held sometime in December 2013, as well as seek her guidance and blessing for the success of the ceremony, which according to officials is expected to be one of a kind. Aissatou Bajan, Grts.
The Central Bank of the Gambia and Standard Chartered Bank have organized a day synergy on international financial reporting standard for commercial banks in the Gambia. The training, as we hear in this report by Umi Jai, seeks to enhance the capabilities of stakeholders in addressing key challenges and charting a way forward.
Is the product of a partnership between the Central Bank of the Gambia and Standard Chartered Bank in their quest to ensure international standards in financial reporting for staff of commercial banks in the Gambia. This forum is also designed to come up with effective measures in offering a uniform banking standard that will provide high quality and credible information to regulators in conformity with international banking standards. In 2001, the International Accounting Standards Committee and other several countries decided to use the International Accounting Standards as a reference for domestic standards and set out a vision to adopt the International Financial Reporting Standard. It is against this backdrop that the Central Bank of the Gambia joined forces with Standard Chartered Bank to ensure the smooth transition of a standard financial reporting format that focuses experience sharing whilst looking at key challenges in the implementation of international financial reporting standards in the Gambia.
Financial reporting standards offer true international comparability to investors, provide high quality and credible information to regulators, and eliminate the need to maintain multiple sets of books and the associated cost.
This move also intends to improve the credibility of financial statements for the commercial banking sector and investors in line with international standards.
Our intention is to share with the Gambia all our experiences across the world. We are happy about this initiative because this actually makes us open up to the world. I think it's a giant step. So in association, we always partner with the regulators. So we have partnered with Central Bank to make sure that we bring our experiences and what we have learned over the years with this implementation and migration across the board. So you can learn from our experiences and then the learning curve will be shorter.
Humphrey Mukwereza, the managing director of Standard Chartered Bank, acknowledged the importance of partnership, noting that his bank believes in supporting economies where they operate. He considered that the capacity building effort will also address some of the challenges encountered by their staff in their daily activities. The fact that the Gambia is part of the 90 countries that fully commit themselves to set up a global vision in international financial reporting standards made this program very significant. If anything, it will not only help in overcoming some of the key challenges faced by stakeholders in the domain financial reporting, but also enable them to come up with measures that bode well for a smooth banking system in the Gambia. Ominjai, GRTS.
Speed limit boards and zebra crossing signs are not new on our roads, but the recently constructed ones along the Bond Road network is aimed at helping raise awareness of road safety issues. The initiative is being championed by the Safety Committee and the Staff Association of the National Roads Authority, Sandra. Rohibite reports.
Speeding on the road. This urgent issue has triggered widespread concern in many quarters in the country. There comes the significance of the speed limit, advocating for drivers to limit their speed to 40, while barring drivers from overtaking at areas where the straight lines are marked. Ensuring safety on the road is critical for a country that has its population highly dependent on road transportation. This is the main reason the Road Safety Committee, in collaboration with staff of the National Roads Authority under the Ministry of Transport, Works and Infrastructure, are embarking on the initiative to help in reducing the occurrence of accidents caused by speeding within that area.
Over the years, there has grown up a long chain of unnecessary accidents that otherwise could have been prevented. The attributable factors are mainly overspeeding of vehicles, careless or reckless driving, and, to some extent, the condition of the roads. Public concern over this phenomenon is so strong that His Excellency the President, Sheikh Professor Alhaji Dr. Yahya AJJ Jammeh, has issued executive directives for my ministry and the ministries of Interior and Health and Social Welfare respectively to spearhead efforts to improve road safety in the country.
With such development marking a significant step in the drive to improving road safety, the engineering of these road signs are meant to be respected, as it will also serve as a tool for police to enforce the law.
Countries all around the world are respecting the pillars of the decade of action which the permanent secretary just highlighted. One of the pillars says road safety or road crashes should be reduced